please honor our request about limiting the amount of water that you're using for the next day or so.
35,000 Erie County Water Authority customers in the Southtowns now being told to cut back on water usage or it could be restricted. Good evening, everyone. Even fire departments being put on standby tonight.
This all started after a water main break at a treatment facility on Sturgeon Point Road in Derby. Take a good look at this list. The Water Authority is asking people living in these villages and towns to use less water until tomorrow evening at 6.
7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley has been following this story throughout the day for us.
It's not the typical break like we'd experience in other areas.
A leaking 42-inch water main at the Sturgeon Point treatment plant in Derby is causing the problem. But repairing it is a difficult job because the pipe is buried 20 feet down underneath high-voltage power conduits.
Now, those conduits are encased in concrete, so that has to be broken up.
The treatment plant now has to run on generators while the power conduits are moved. And the Erie County Water Authority has issued a temporary water conservation and use restriction for most of the Southtowns.
We're asking people not to water their lawns, wash cars, you know, that type of thing.
The Water Authority knew repairs would be difficult.
It takes quite a bit then to get down to that point to repair it.
Cooking and bathing are still fine, but excessive water use during the repair process could drop water pressure.
And worst case scenario, we would have to maybe shut down certain areas.
The possibility of low water pressure is a concern when it comes to fire protection for affected areas like the village of Hamburg.
Well, I get concerned because if we have a major problem such as a major fire.
Mayor Thomas Moses spent the day checking with his fire departments to make sure backup plans were in place.
Well, basically, if we did have emergency steps, the fire department would have to get a tank truck operation into effect.
The good news, the water coming to your house during this problem is not contaminated.
We have been checking it continuously, and they don't need to worry about that.
Because we don't have to boil water or anything like that, but it's all we do is we ask that they abide by it, but not water their lawns and wash their cars, etc.
What's happening here, though, is a reminder of a bigger problem that's affecting all of Erie County's water infrastructure. More on that at 6 o'clock. In Derby, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.